Good morning, everyone. This is Marty Harger, and I am excited to share with you today a recipe about 7 ingredients that you can combine to create a healthy, delicious vegan snack. And one of the reasons I wanted to talk about this is that I found sometimes myself when I'm getting ready to go to yoga, particularly in the morning, or maybe for those of you who practice at the end of the day, maybe you're looking for a little bit of something that you can put in your tummy, not to be difficult when you're practicing yoga, but really an idea of how you can have something that can carry you for quite a while. For the last couple of years, I have kept in our refrigerator some delicious doTERRA Power Bites, and I wanted to show you how simple it can be to make these and have them handy for you and your family. I've served these at yoga workshops. I've offered them to people at yoga retreats when people come to visit me at my house. Sometimes we just want a little snack with a cup of tea. This is a great thing to offer people, and I love how simple they are to make. So that's what I wanted to show you today, is that you can just make these at home. I know everybody's really busy over the holidays, but having something that's a little bit healthier around the house is a great idea. So what we're going to create are these delicious little Power Bites, and they're like a little round ball and include some wonderful ingredients. And the cool part about this is you can make this your own. Like if you really prefer some particular ingredients, you can just make that choice. So I'm going to take a second and I'm going to turn the camera around today, and I want to show you the ingredients. And again, think about how easy this can be to have a healthy protein snack, vegan snack on the go as a yogi. So wonderful for your kids, wonderful for everybody. So here we go. I'm going to turn this camera around, and here I am in my kitchen showing you all the details. So I want to start by saying that, doTERRA has created lots of great recipes that we can all enjoy using the essential oils. And this particular one uses wild orange. There it is, wild orange. Although it looks backwards. Oh, there it is. Funny. Okay, so wild orange. We love wild orange. And it really adds something different to this. But you might try lemon. You could try green mandarin. You could try whatever you like. But here's what's involved. You're going to take 1 cup of shredded coconut. And I have actually bought some finely shredded coconut, organic coconut, that I have in this bowl right now, because it's really easy when it comes this finely ground, because that's what you're going to want to put on and in these coconut balls, or excuse me, the Power Bites. But what you're also going to want is, some people choose a thicker kind of a cut of the dried coconut, and unsweetened is what you want for sure. But the reason I say that is like I actually have a little grinder thing that I can grind up bigger pieces of coconut. So whatever works for you, but ultimately you're trying to get to about this, okay? And I'll tell you why that you're going to need that in a second. The second ingredient in this is a cup of almond butter. And this is some wonderful almond butter from Trader Joe's. And, I love their almond butter, but you can tell as an organic product, it's actually delicious, but it is very runny at room temperature. And that is going to be a little bit of a challenge if you live in a warm climate. So I have sometimes incorporated other butters, nut butters together. You can also, of course, create your own nut butter, but simply something like tahini or peanut butter mixed in with the almond butter can sometimes help. But what I've also found is that when you get a more creamy, runny kind of nut butter, you want to add more coconut to your recipe. So be prepared with plenty of coconut, because you may end up adding quite a bit more of that. Okay, so ingredient 1, coconut. Ingredient 2, almond butter. 1 cup of each. Ingredient 3 is 1 cup of dried cranberries. So I happen to have this mass quantity of craisins that I bought, but you could use a lot of other products to put into this, depending on what you like. I have made some with cacao chunks, chocolate. Ooh, everybody loves that. I have made some with raisins. I have made some with wild tart cherries. So whatever you want to put in your recipe, go for it. But they do talk about using dried cranberries, and it's the season for cranberries, so that's kind of a fun choice. The next ingredient is a 1/2 cup of honey. Now, I love this raw Canadian honey that I'm able to buy in this mass quantity from some local people here, but this is great stuff. Now, some of you may prefer to use agave nectar or no sweetener at all, maybe something like stevia to add a little sweetener to it. It's really up to you. I like this honey, and so this is my indulgence, and I love it. The next ingredient is a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And this salt I use is real salt. It's from Redmond, which happens to be, Redmond salt happens to be based in my hometown, Heber City, Utah. And all you need for that is a half a teaspoon of salt. And it helps balance out the recipe. The next is 2 tablespoons of chia seed, the power plant. And chia is a great thing to use. You'll find that it is obviously a little bit goes a long way, but it does help thicken a little bit, and it's a wonderful protein to add to your recipe. So now we have the chia. The final ingredient is 3 drops of doTERRA wild orange essential oil. And then what's going to happen after you measure all of these out is you're just going to put them all in a big bowl. Here's my measuring stuff. And you're going to put it all in a big bowl, and you're going to take your wonderful yoga hands, and you're going to mix it all together, and you're going to start rolling them into little balls and dipping them into more coconut to kind of keep them firm. And then I just put all of them in a little container in my fridge, and I leave them in there. But one of the things I love to do when I'm going to yoga is I take 1 or 2 of them and put them in a little container in my car. So when I get done with yoga, if I'm really hungry, I have something healthy that I can have instead of going to a store and paying $4 for 1 protein bite. I have saved some money and made something that I know exactly what's in it. So this is a fantastic recipe that I hope you'll enjoy. You're going to be able to find this recipe if you go to doTERRA.com, and if you go to the blog and put in Power Bites, you'll get an idea of how you can make this healthy treat for yourself and your family. So I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful week. And as always, I want to thank you for being a part of this. This is my Into Oils apron that I'm wearing. My team name is Into Oils, so kind of fun. Anyway, wish you all a great day. Namaste.